I think football is gradually losing its value and what it represents. Yes, that's what I think. Because I am trying to find the rationality behind a player having 3 years contract with a particular club and requesting to be sold. I am finding the rationale behind it. I am trying to rationalize a player having a 3 years contract, legal contract, all signed by the two parties involved. And then the player can just one day wake up from your sleep, or one day you just come to training and tender a request that you want to leave the club. The club should sell you. And sometimes this player does most of these things, not minding the impact it will cause to the club. No punishment, like they do it and feel fine, feel very better to move about their individual businesses. So I don't know if this is what football stands to represent. Then gradually football will be losing its value. Now it gets worse in the aspect of Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak was reportedly missing in Newcastle's training. He refused to resume for training. In fact, he has been withdrawn from their tour. He refused to resume because of his intention to leave the club. A club that you have 3 years contract with, a club that gave you the name that you feel you have today. Because when Isak was in Spain, I don't think many people knew about a player like Isak. Newcastle scouted him and made him who he is today. So if players can have 3 years contract and request that they want to leave, they should be sold. Then there will be no need for clubs to sign players and give them 4 or 5 years contract, because a player can just run 1 year and request that he should be sold. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people should not desire to move higher in life. Of course, Isak requesting to move from Newcastle to Liverpool is like 2, 3, 4 steps higher in life. So it is a good thing for players to develop in life, to move higher in life. But the way and manner this thing is done makes it worst, makes it unpleasant. How do you explain that you have 3 years contract to a club that made you, that brought you to light, to a club that gave you the opportunity to become the Alexander Isak that everybody wants to sign? You have 3 years contract. You did not respect the contract. You did not mind that you requesting to leave the club might be detrimental to the club. Now, because of the hope of the club keeping Alexander Isak, they missed out in most of the key signing they are supposed to sign. They did not sign Joao Pedro. They did not sign Ugo Ekitike. Probably because they felt Alexander Isak will stay. Now, you just come out from nowhere and tender a request that you want to leave the club. How do players reason? What has football become? That footballers now have power to tell a particular club that they are contracted to that they want to leave.